Here we go. We're going into round one. Oseru versus Kanitama. Take it away, guys.
Let's get into it because the pre-bans are right there. There's that Fire Desert Warrior again. He's making his way down into the pre-ban with the Kavachi in the pre-ban as well here.
All right, first pick for Kanitama. Let's see what's going to be. It's going to be the Water Twin Angel instead of the Cigar. And over there, we have another Speed Lead and Laura getting first pick as well. Both are potentially going quite aggressive in the turn one.
I like to see quite aggressive in turn one, indeed. Oliver, 33 speed lead. Water Twin Angels, 24 speed lead. Let's see what Kanitama is going to be comboing up here with this Water Twin Angels, able to create opportunities for his draft here. Whatever he's going to be bringing, offering lots of sustain and just so much. The Water Twin Angels is just such a great unit here that can do a lot for you. And it looks like we've got a Yanhong coming into the picture here as a turn one unit for Kanitama.
All right, so we're going to be seeing a Cardinal Gyo coming out from OSSERU, a very classic turn 2 combination here, seeing that Kanitama is not using any immunity cleanse just yet. Gyo might be one of the most annoying things you might have to deal with here because she'll be constantly getting turned, despair stun you, and locking you down with Karma plus defense break.
That's right. I mean, Gyo can be a very problematic unit doing a lot, and it feels like it just never hit. There's no such thing as cooldowns in Gyo's eyes there. I mean, if you've got a Seimei, you can slam down a Seimei, or a Juno if you see like a Gyo in here.
That is amazing last two pick coming out from Kanitama with the Douglas potentially soloing the entire enemy team and Juno making it very annoying for the Laura and the Cardinal. So that's going to be Masha being force banned right there, Douglas being force banned. I think for this game, both teams are being very annoying for one another. And I can't wait to see what the swing of RNG is going to bring to the table as well.
Let's see that swing. We got a 33 speed lead coming out for Oseru and a 24 for Kanitama. Let's kick things off here as we get into our very first match between these two players with Yanhong starting things off.
All right, looking for a unit to strip. And that Gyo is going to say hello in the middle of that turn instantly. And that Cigar might be in danger. Karma coming in hot.
Oof, Karma is not going to be landing there. You know, I think this guy's got some pretty good Karma going for him right now. He still has his immunity up here. We've got the Water Twin Angels trying to do a little bit of something here to this Connell.
But the strong thing about Gyo is that even though you might fail turn one without the direct damage source coming from Kanitama, Gyo is going to be constantly moving, making it very annoying for Cigar Yanhong moving forward.
See what happens with this third skill. Looking at the reset, another resistance is coming out here. Connell's holding off absolutely everything except that defense break and provoke.
All right, he resisted that, which means he has a shot to go for the skill 3 right here. Not really, but Cardinal is going to be the main focus for Kanitama. But Laura is going to try to stop the enemy. The moment Cardinal can drop skill 3 and skill 2, it's going to be really bad. Double resistance coming out once again.
Glancing gets applied to that Connell as well. No skills available with these Twin Angels. Twin Angels boosting up that Juno. A little bit of damage coming towards the Connell. Landing the provoke, getting the additional turn from Cigar as well. We setting up a defense break here.
That is some heavy swing of RNG resistance flying out of everywhere. And Cardinal is going to be the first one to go down, looking really bad for OSSERU here because Cardinal is going to be his main damage output. But Laura, with the good artifact that she's holding on, is doing some great AoE damage as well.
Yeah, incredible additional damage there. Yanhong's getting really, really low. I don't think we have a charge vitality, but we do have a heal coming out of the Twin Angels. A little bit of attention going towards this Juno because we know Juno's going to be a very problematic unit there for Oseru. So if he can keep pushing back that attack bar, stop that unit from doing anything, we'll see what happens. We got a big skill. Lands the Kama, lands that stun on top of the sky with another Despair stun going toward the Yanhong as well.
Insane turn from the Gyo right there with double control, but nobody can control Juno, the biggest obstacle for OSSERU. He can control everyone, but he cannot control Juno, and Juno will be free to do whatever she wants, and Laura is about to go down soon.
Yep, that's right. And speaking of additional damage, Juno providing excellent damage. You could see that. It was like 2.4k it was putting down onto the Laura as well. A little bit of poke damage coming from the Twin Angels does do away with that Laura. And we've got Kama available, but you know what? That Kama is not going to be good enough because Kanitama is going to be taking a round one victory from Oseru.
I think that was beautiful. Last pick right there coming out from him with Juno. Douglas forcing the ban to the Douglas, letting the Juno to do whatever she wants pretty much. And when Chrono go down, Juno pretty much won the game on her own. So I think if he keep this up, he might be moving on to the final.
Most definitely. And those pre-bans getting it locked in here. Laura and the Nasha making their way into the pre-ban. Oseru has first pick here. I think Oseru's got to be a little bit careful not to kind of draft himself in a point where Kanitama had amazing last picks. Kanitama slapped down those 2 picks and just caused such a problem for Oseru. So let's see what happens. We get into round number 2 between them. We've got the Water Twin Angels getting priority here for Oseru.
I think that's why having diversity in elements in your draft is very important. The lack of water just now from Oseru called for the double fire to come out, and that was his biggest weakness. So now we are seeing Oliver. We are seeing some diversity with the triple element in first pick right here.
Yeah, both players doing really good so far. Ciara and Kavachi coming out. We do really like this Kavachi. I think this is a super good unit. This could be really, really crazy depending what you can combo off with it. Let's see what happens with Kanitama's draft here. He's got 2 more picks. He's going to be dropping in here after seeing the Oliver and the Masha being drafted by Oseru.
We have Okeanos getting locked in. We have damage turn 1, super aggressive coming from Kanitama here. Will Oseru decide to go for the Ginger Brave once again to try to reset maybe the Kovachi or the Yeonhong turn 1 and locked in something that can sustain these things, like maybe a Fire Monkey, a Bellio potentially? Oh my god, that's gonna be a mouse getting locked in.
Yeah, I think Oseru needs to pivot into like some really great bruisers, and that's exactly what happens. We get a Miles. I think Miles is an excellent bruiser to be dropping in here. We've got the Juno, which can be really problematic here for Kanitama. I think this is a very good draft coming out of Oseru, much better than the very first round that we had from him. Let's see what this last pick's going to be coming out of Kanitama after seeing a Juno and Miles getting dropped in here.
We might be seeing a Leo last pick potentially, but still kind of bad into the situation. Maybe a Chow. Oh my god, is a Dark Ryu from the back from one of the oldest collab of the game. Seeing some use in SWC here. I can't wait.
That's so crazy to see that. And, you know, it's not getting banned out here. So you think this, like, last pick was going to be really, really clutch and scary. Doesn't get banned out here. Miles does get banned out here. We get 33 speed lead coming out for Oseda-san. And that Ciara is banned. We get a 33 attack lead with the attack buff. I really want to see what kind of damage is going to come out of these units.
Unfortunately, the Yeonhong could not get turn 1 to boost Kovachi, and now the Water Twin Angel being on Swift, it's gonna get the first turn, and without Will Rune, I think that Dark Ryu is gonna be in so much trouble.
Oh,
but first, we say
man.
goodbye to Okeanos.
Okeanos gets smoked with that defense break, and we get some pretty good damage coming towards that Dark Ryu as well. I mean, we've got skills available with Yeonhong, but I don't know what you're going to be doing here. Looking for a strip on top of the Oliver.
I'm not sure about that move. I think he could have boosted the Dark Defense break and maybe use Yeonhong to one-shot with the help of the Kovachi. But to be honest, at that point, getting outsped with a team like this, you are pretty much done for. And right now, he's trying to keep the team alive, but I'm not sure for how long, because Juno Masha will be constantly coming for the Dark Ryu.
Dang, I actually kind of want to see the Charge Vitality going on to the Dark Ryu. I just want to see what kind of numbers this unit was going to be producing, just to get an idea of what Kanitama was thinking here. But it looks like we're boosting up that Masha. We don't have a second skill available. We have a first skill that wasn't as much damage as I thought it was going to be. Masha absolutely destroying that Dark Ryu.
Man, despite the triple resistance, Oseru felt nothing. He went straight for that Dark Ryu, taking him down, and now Yeonhong is going to be next. Yeonhong Kovachi might be really strong, but definitely not on their own. They need unit to utilize their support, and now they're just trying to stay alive. Meanwhile, Oliver is going to go down. Oh my goodness, but Masha's still here.
That was a lot of damage coming out of Yeonhong. I love when you can attack buff something and it feels like a damage dealer. And Yeonhong really comes across that with that big second skill there. Glancing does get applied to the Water Twin Angels, but again, dealing with this Juno is going to be a problem. Masha provides so much damage, and Yeonhong's not going to be long for life after taking that big hit. Oh, well, we have a Charge Vitality, so we can kind of, you know, elongate this match, stay alive just a little bit longer, and try to create an opening with those big second skills with attack buffs.
But can he take out Masha in time? Masha still on the beast, unfortunately. And this might be the end of the Yeonhong.
Yeah, that's so much damage. Usually that defense break on Yeonhong doesn't get it. So we will get a dismount here. But like I said, it's just not enough. We do have a little bit of sustain there, but Juno is going to be a very, very problematic unit there for Kanitama.
And I think that's JJ. Oseru would take game 2. While Kanitama trying to be aggressive, but it didn't pay off.
Yeah, I do like that combo. I am a fan of the Kavachi and that Yanhong. I think that's really good. But I think what Kanitama was missing was another speed lead in there. So some sort of unit that can provide the speed lead that he would have got that first turn with the Yanhong, and maybe we would have been looking at, a different result in the end. But we'll see, man. We're getting into round number 3 here. Both players with a point on the board, and the pre-bans from last time. Laura and Nasha available, and new pre-bans getting locked in now.
Yeah, unfortunately, without a speed lead, he couldn't get turn 1. Maybe he should have ditched the Okeanos or just any speed lead. And I think that could have made a huge difference. But we're going for game 3 here. And I hope we're going to see the Dark Ryu once again, because that looked like a very fast Dark Ryu ready to go and control the entire enemy team.
I like that take of the Water Twin Angels. Kanitama taking that unit away from Oseru. Oseru dropping in that 33 speed lead with that Laura as well. Really demanding that he wants that turn 1.
All right, so I think he might be locking in the Yanhong once again, maybe with a cigar in this position to control the enemy and trying to take turn 1 away from Oseru.
If he goes for that Yanhong once again, has a 24 already. Okeanos and Yanhong are going to be making into the draft now.
All right, so he's going to go for the turn 1 control instead of raw damage. He still have a Ciara last pick right there, but he might need another turn 1 strip. Meanwhile, Oseru is going to slam down the mouse, trying to use our speed buff coming out from Laura and get a turn 1 and absolutely control the Okeanos.
Going with that Kano, bringing in a really beautiful tanky unit that can do a lot of work on a team that doesn't have any immunity yet. I think Kanitama needs an additional speed lead here. He doesn't want to fall for that same trap that he ran into the previous match. We know where that Miles is going. We know what kind of damage that Miles is going to be producing, so you do have to be very wary of that unit.
And the last two pick come out from Kanitama will be the more trying to go for the AoE strip. Also get an instant turn with Laura, go for the strip, and a cigar to control the enemy. So we have a very well-balanced team here, only lacking immunity. So maybe Oseru is going to utilize that fact and drop in maybe a quick little Rika, potentially, or a Juno as well, to really mess up the rhythm of Kanitama.
I think that Juno might be a really good pick here if he does go with the Juno. I like that. I think that's the kind of damage that he could bring. He's looking at it more of a bruiser style. There's a lot of attack bar manipulating here, and that Fire Pure Vanilla is like the anti of all of that he's trying to do right now. Let's see if that is going to be enough. That's a lot of sustain he's bringing to the table, too.
That is an incredible last pick right there to nullify the cigar attack by pushback. So I think it's going to be maybe a ban on the Yanhong. It's going to be a Yanhong Laura ban right there. And I think Oseru is in a very, very good spot, because I'm not sure if Kanitama can really heal the enemy quickly.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a Connell over there that you do have to worry about. And here's that Miles. Even the Miles is going to provide so much damage, and it's such a great pick here. Not getting a strip stun, well, not getting the stun onto the Okeanos. It looks like he can use the Water Twin Angels to boost up his team here.
But I think that's going to be totally fine, because even though he's the one taking a lot of damage right here, potentially he has the heal, he has the violent procs that can come out. And Okeanos just lost his opportunity to do the most important AoE stun, and right now, the enemy will not be controlled for too long.
Yeah, this is potentially a triple revenge Fire Pure Vanilla, with those revenges providing lots of sustain with first skills here too. So the shields are up, the heals are up, defense break still sitting on top of that Connell here, so he may have to take advantage of that, because that's one of the tankier units on the other side of the field right now.
Oliver getting another turn right there. Probably needs to control the Okeanos AoE stun coming out very, very soon here, and allow the Carno to go for the big skill 3 coming up soon as well. It's going to be a raise. Can he take down the Carno quickly enough, or will the Carno be the end of him? Because the moment AoE slow debuff come out, it might be over for Kanitama.
Now let's see what happens. Looking for the provoke. Lands a provoke on top of the Miles. Gets the additional turn as well. Trying to provoke the Oliver. Not getting it there. Is there a provoke for Oki? No provoke going out for Oki. Saga is going to be the main focus right now for Oseru.
That attack bar boost from the Water Twin Angel managed to boost the Oki to go in front of the Oliver, getting beautiful stun out. Ooh. But Oliver is getting a turn as well to take down one of the enemy unit.
Yeah, looking for this more. Gets that reset there. Gets all the attack bar as well. So no second skill is going to be coming out of that more. Looking at a defense break going to Okeanos and not getting that defense break there. Now, Connell is stunned up right now, but there is still a lot of sustain when it comes to that Fire Pure Vanilla.
And here comes Miles going in hard. Cigar looking like he's going to go down very, very soon here. It's just another turn or two from the Miles, and one unit's going to die. and missed a big reset onto the Oliver. That is so unfortunate.
Really needed to slow down that Oliver, land that reset. He did not get it there. That damage is just flying into the Cigar right now. Miles provides just so much damage for the team, and there's so much sustain when it comes to this Fire Pure Vanilla. Any more like revenges coming out of this unit is just not what Kanitama needs to see right now.
Water Twin Angel with skill 3 available, with heal available. Need to keep this Cigar alive for a little bit longer. Okeanos, no skill available. But remember, nobody's controlling his Cardinal. He's about to unleash the skill 3. He's going to take down the Cigar very soon here.
Oof, Cigar's on his last leg at the moment. Looking at an attack break, he can try to slow down a little bit of damage, probably from the Connell here, or if it's on a Despair build, I'm not too sure. And it is a Despair build. Shuts down that Oliver, and we already saw Oliver do something he did not want to see when he got stunned up last time, so I think Kanitama is really trying to keep that unit from coming back again.
Here's the stun. He needs to keep this enemy team away. Big AoE stun. Cardinal once again could not do the skill 3. Cigar with a skill 3 available. He needs to get this done on the Cardinal. The skill 3 on Cardinal is coming. And this is one last shot to do anything meaningful.
Oof, there's that reset. Lands provoke, gets full attack bar as well. Big second skill is going to be coming out here, trying to get damage. No revenges from that Fire Pure Vanilla this time. He can't set up that defense break on top of the Connell. I think he has to get rid of this unit.
It's amazing how Kanitama has been trying to control the enemy team the entire game, doing so much damage, but just after a couple turns, it feels like he did no damage at all while the Cigar slowly go down to the enemy mouse. And right now, an opportunity arises where he can actually kill something.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting no revenges out of this Fire Pure Vanilla. He did a lot of AoE there. Not a single revenge happened. That's exactly what Kanitama needs to see. Any of those revenges are just going to be like a single nail going into the coffin every single time. That's just keeping his team way too healthy. But Kanitama, he is making his way here. He did lose a unit there that did drop. The Cigar is gone, but a defense break sitting atop this Oliver. Oliver will drop shortly.
Cooldown reduction for the more. Okeanos will have skills soon. Finally, Cardinal will do something here because he's been controlled so much. But this mouse doing crazy damage onto the Okeanos.
Yeah, that's one of the things you got to worry about. Miles is going to be pumping some serious damage in there, and every additional turn coming out of Miles feels terrible for Kanitama. And Okeanos looking very, very low right now. The heals are coming in from this Fire Pure Vanilla. No additional turn coming out of Miles there, but we do have second skill available here, so shields are coming up here. He's protecting his team. Nice stuns, though, on the other side of the field.
Man, these small stun from Miles, from the Moore and the Water Twin Angels really keeping this Cardinal at bay here. This Cardinal has been on maybe triple energy build the entire game. He's been controlled, he's been stunned, and he will finally go down. The Okeanos will take this game. Such a tough game for Kanitama.
Wow. Landing those stuns were super, super important for the Twin Angels, the Okeanos. He was able to keep them back there and finally eliminate these units there. And I feel like Oseru, he was waiting to see just more of those revenge procs coming out of the Fire Pure Vanilla to really make his team super, super healthy. But like I said, what he needed to see was no revenges coming from the Fire Pure Vanilla. And that's what happened. There was just no revenges to sustain for Oseru's team.
Man, the entire game, Cardinal was just always one violent proc away from getting the skill 3 out, but he couldn't. Miles kept stealing the proc away from him and could not kill the enemy. Miles was the real enemy all this time.
It really, really was there. But we've got the Water Twin Vanilla, what the heck? The Water Twin Angels on the other side of the field, taking that away. Ciara and Kavachi coming out here for Kanitama. And very, very quickly, Oseru is just locking in the Oliver and the Masha. Those are great units to be locking in now. Double speed lead as well.
I think he might have to take into consideration the mouse coming after this, and the Okeanos was rather lucky not getting stunned last game, and that was something that you don't want to try and repeat because the mouse stun chance is really big. So it's going to go for the Yonhong here. And once again, the Okeanos, which means we might be seeing similar draft coming from Oseru here.
Yeah, so last time this did not work out for Kanitama. He needed another speed lead, so Yonhong went first turn, and that's not what happened. We've got two speed leads on the other side of the field, but we're not showcasing anything super fast, except that Miles. Miles is going to be very, very fast, so we could be seeing just a ban on the Miles and an additional speed lead coming out for Kanitama.
All right, let's see what's going to be the last pick here. Is he going to ban the Oliver, pick up a water unit, or is he going to ban the Juno and find some way to bring down the enemy quickly here? Because that's not a whole lot of healing coming out from Oseru. Oh, that's going to be a Leo last pick. coming out from
Yeah, Leo last
Kanitama.
pick. I was not expecting to see a Leo. I was honestly expecting to see a Moore. I think a Moore would have been pretty good there, providing some additional damage, and it did perform really, really well from him in the past already. But looks like Leo is going to be his choice here. That's definitely signaling letting the Miles through.
Potentially, or maybe he's banning the Oliver because maybe he's forcing the ban onto the Leo as well.
Wow, I can't believe it. I was like, Leo is kind of a force ban here, but that's not what's happening. Leo goes through, ban goes out onto the Ciara. Oliver is going to be getting the ban here. This is kind of crazy here. We have match point for Kanitama.
Because remember, even with Leo on the field, the Mouse is still going to be doing like 4,000 to 5,000 damage, which is not small. Still going to be a lot, especially on a unit like Okeanos or the Yunhong.
Exactly, and with the buff to Miles' second skill, we're going to be landing stuns, and those stuns can be extremely problematic here.
All right, it's going to Leo first pick. What's it going to go on to? Going to be taking away the turn of the Water Twin Angel, allowing the Yunhong to take a turn right here. But remember, I think all of the additional damage coming out from your artifact for these players usually focus on speed. So maybe the Okeanos will not be doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, that's an attack buff. An attack buff brings a lot of damage to the table here. I think he might try to go for it. He is going to be going for a skill too. He wants to stop that strip coming out of the Juno. So we have an attack buff Leo. I'm very curious to see the kind of damage we're going to see out of it because it can be really good. There's the strip stun going out onto the Yunhong as well. Yunhong 1 foot in the door right now.
Even with down speed, the Marsha can still do very solid damage being built on speed damage attack. And that Yunhong just said goodbye so quickly. And right now, Kanitama is now 1 unit. Meanwhile, Oseru is looking fine dandy. And the stun is not going to really bother him anytime soon.
Exactly. There's that Juno second skill. Getting the strip. No attack buff's going to be on top of that Leo. Leo only provided enough damage to break the shield on the Twin Angels before, so there's that more attack, just more damage going into the Twin Angels. Twin Angels got a couple dots. Not too worried about that. I think Kanitama definitely in a bit of trouble here. We've potentially already looking at a game 5.
Unfortunately, Leo might be a common sense draft against maybe Juno, Marsha, Mouse. But unfortunately, these units in these players' hand are stacked with so much stat that even with down speed, they're doing just fine. Leo seems like a dead weight instead of being actually useful in this match.
Yep, that's right. I mean, the strips, the stuns from Miles still providing lots of utility to Oseru's draft here. Obviously, Miles isn't doing damage like he did before, but there's still a utility that he's getting that he can combo off with the Masha.
And that might be the end for the Kovaci as well. This Marsha is doing so much damage. And whenever she moves, combined with the debuff that's coming out from the teammates, she gets so much attack power. And she constantly moves and do a lot of damage on the side of Kanitama.
That's right. A little bit more damage. I don't know what Leo is going to be doing here. He gets the spare stun, and that's definitely going to be it here. We're going into a game 5. Oseru with a round 4 victory.
I think we just got another Leo mispick of the day coming out from Kanitama. The first one came out from Osada-san. Unfortunately, Leo last pick sometimes just doesn't really work.
I wasn't a fan. Like I said, I wanted to see the more or Water Ryu. I wanted to see that as a last pick coming from. I think it could have provided a little bit more utility to his team. Would have provided another speed lead for his draft there. Because like the Leo was supposed to be like trump card, like this is going to be great here, but like you limited the damage on 2 of his units, but he still was able to get the damage he needed to get through the match.
Unfortunately, I think if Leo was the last pick, he could have used Leo with the meta team. I think that could have worked a little bit better compared to what he was trying to use, which is like a speed team of his own as well. First pick for Kanitama. Let's see, he's going to grab the Water Twin Angel once again.
I think that's a great pick. It's a unit that's been going back and forth with these guys, putting so much priority on Water Twin Angels, and there it is, getting first picked by Kanitama this time. In the pre-ban, Oliver and Kovaci not able to get drafted in this match here. We've got Oseru responding with a Saga and a Laura.
All right, we have the Saga Laura getting picked up here. Probably going to be a speed lead coming after that as well. And let's see what's going to be the answer. Are we seeing maybe Fire Bayek and Velaju in combination with a Yunhong? I think that might be a decent play here for Kanitama.
I would love to see a Yunhong and Fire Bayek. I think those two would be really, really cool as a combination. But we're going to get a Yunhong and an Okeanos again coming from Kanitama.
All right, here comes the Okeanos once again with the Yunhong. They're trying to get that turn one, the stun right there. And finally, we have our off-meta Chandra getting picked up. I don't think we see a lot of Chandra today, huh? Which is kind of exciting to see a little bit of Chandra once again. And a Chrono getting picked up by Oseru.
I know, it's so interesting to see that. We've got Chandra, Chandra Cigar. Finally, Chandra just not getting a lot of drafting so like in today's tournament, but we got it coming out right now, comboed up with a Connell. We're definitely pivoting into a Brutal style. Holy cow, what year is it, Sean B? We've got Moore and Chung Peng getting drafted here.
Not just more Changpeng, it's more Changpeng Okeanos, which is very, very interesting to see here. A very classic control combo with pushback, strip, stun, but we're lacking a bit of slow debuff here and real damage as well. So maybe Oseru's gonna go for the Fire Pure Vanilla once again to provide the anti-pushback. No, he's gonna go for a Heigang instead.
Yep, Heigang getting drafted here as a last pick. I mean, it's no surprise seeing a Heigang when you see this there's 5 units on the other field that can't strip. Heigang's gone. You can't have that. Heigang gets the ban here. Yanhong's going to get the ban as well. 24 speed lead for both players here.
If Kanitama can get the combo off, maybe he can win. But can he actually get it off though? Because Laura looking like she's about to sneak in between and make things looking a little bit ugly for Kanitama.
Yep, let's see what happens. There's that defense break sitting on top of Laura. You get some big additional damage. It was like 2.3k per hit coming from this Moore. Was really, really great damage there. Chung Peng capitalizing on it as well. Stuns get only placed onto that Chung Peng. A little bit of damage coming towards Laura. We're looking at eliminating a unit already. Oseru with his back up against the wall. Entire team is going to be stunned up. Kanitama feeling really comfortable right now.
Beautiful combo. Actually went out perfectly. That's why they're so strong, because you got pushback, you got cooldown reset. There's nothing much you can do about it. But right now, the Carno's trying to bring it back. He's doing so much work with the provoke, but Okeanos is about to get the skill 3 back once again with the more AoE as well.
Oh, so much additional damage going to be rolling out here. He's got to provoke that Okeanos. Okeanos going to have skills coming at him right now. He's got everything coming at him. There's that big third skill. All the additional damage. Kanitama in full control with a round 5 victory over Oseru.